Okay, good night. So this will be microscopic examination. We have several slides today. Let's start the show. The microscopic examination. We have 6 prepared, and after we see the result, perhaps we'll prepare additional slides. So we'll see about that. No, 7. So we start with examination of something from the container, actually. That it's the oil that we've seen in the old oil. It was kept for 1 year, sealed. But with all sorts of other materials that are prepared and cooked very hastily in this tuna can that you see over there, the tuna can. So let's just see what's inside of it very quickly. So we have a commentary from outside. You should forgive them because they are in very touchy kind of situation because the pedophile dogs, because their mothers are abroad now. Many of their mothers are actually abroad, and so they feel like they don't know if they are coming back, or because their mothers always. Their mothers are they always they always told them that that even if they leave them for a couple of minutes they always return. But they never really believed that. So the dogs, the pedophile dogs. So, and their children in heart. So, and now they are kind of they suspect that maybe mommy ain't coming back. So so in a very touchy situation. So just forget they always behave very badly, but maybe now it will be even like. We expected tantrums, along the night and tomorrow, because of this very touchy, situation. You hear them throwing things in the kitchen, and all sorts of stuff that it's not like new behavior, but it's unusual tantrums, but amplified the fact that they are very worried about mommy. They think maybe mommy ain't coming back, and actually I'm not sure. We need to see about it. Yeah, there is a problem because they are abroad, and the situation, geopolitical situation is perhaps a little complicated. So let's hope that it will turn the best for the dogs. So what we see that it's diluted, and this is to be expected because I've added oil. I also added water, and it might was a mistake because then when I warmed it on the fire, it actually evaporated, and I hope I didn't lose some of the Neros. This was a beautiful one. Very nice. Wow, nice. There's obviously a focus problem here. Not sure. Maybe we should fix it. I don't know. Okay, interesting. So let's continue. Okay, so now what we have is 3 slides with the yeast and Nero. One with the Neros from the oil, which is pretty pure, and like you see it yesterday, like in regular shape, and one from the big container, which is like more varied and lots of stuff, and one with both, and all with yeast. And I'm not sure I remember what is what. No, I mean, okay, so the first one is obviously from the oil because we see that it's the clearest of all. So let's see what's going on with the clearest. I mean, don't be mad about, I still think that, overall, like, he was one of the better presidents. Certainly in the second half, for the United States, like Ronald Reagan, in the second half, of the 20th century, that, I mean, I really like, the Evil Empire speech, like, it really, I mean, תפס אותי, זה אותי בחותם, Evil Empire speech. Like, I always thought of myself, like, as, kind of like, the guy from Final Fantasy VII, like Cloud or something, with the sword, big sword, that he's fighting like an evil empire. So that's why, they're doing the tantrums, they're really touchy, because of the mother issue. I mean, really, forgive them. I mean, at least tonight, we should be more, like lenient, I would say, like understanding, מכילים כלפי הזומבים, בגלל כל הסיפור הזה של האמא שברחה לארצות הברית ולא יודעים תחזור, לא תחזור. Anyway, he was okay president. I mean, I really liked, the Evil Empire speech. This is interesting. I'm not sure what I'm seeing. Like, what is this? And I mean, I'm not sure what we actually see here. Like, I don't know. Like, it's supposed to be yeast, but I mean, does it look like yeast? I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. Is this yeast? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is this yeast? Why is it so difficult to focus? Just a second. This is 160 magnification. I don't know, maybe I didn't prepare like the slides. These slides, I mean, maybe I don't know, they don't sit well. Like, I mean, there's too much material, too much liquid, and it's like floating, and there are clouds, and not as a successful staining. Maybe the other two will be more successful. We do see Neos, and we see Neos that they are actually much bigger than the ones that we've seen in the oil. So maybe they got bigger, like, during, you know, the time that was spent, like, you know, we spent several good hours, like, you know, on the slide. Maybe they just have eaten the yeast, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what I actually see. It's actually a question, I mean, of regarding the relationship between the sheep and the pigs. That's something that I've never spoken about, because I actually don't know. I mean, many times they are like couples, like, I mean, not in sexual way, but, you know, just, I mean, like professional couples. And I mean, the question is, like, I mean, why, in case, like, the pigs are not available, like now, at least some of the pigs, I know the important pigs, why is it so obvious, I mean, that the sheep, like, should take their place and not the dogs? So you might say, I mean, are you kidding? I mean, the dogs are 8 years old. I mean, the question is kind of like stupid. But this was, I mean, arguably true to the pigs as well. I mean, the pigs were also children, you know, at least, you know. And so, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're all so childish. So it's not a great slide because, I mean, I don't understand what we actually watch here. Like, I mean, what is this stuff? And this is not like, I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to actually look under the microscope. Like, what is this stuff? I mean, of course, this is very like mirror, you know, of the sheep. That, I mean, now they watch me, and I mean, they have zero idea. I mean, what's this dark room? And I mean, we don't see anything. It's all like dark, and, you know, I don't know, weird shapes in the microscope. And is this a hookah? And he burns stuff on the ground. I mean, this is madness. I mean, this is an asylum. And get us out of here. I mean, can we stop this madness? No, you have to watch him. It's a huge part of our intelligence is to watch him. And the important stuff is that you need to tell us when he opens the closet or he picks something from the ground, because we need to tell the dog to honk the car outside. Okay, but I mean, it's so scary. I mean, and what is actually happening? Like, I mean, was it always like that? I mean, so this was like, so, אז זה כאילו מה שסיוון עשתה, כאילו, החרא הזה, כאילו, איזה חרא זה, כאילו, ואיך הרצנו אותם כאלוהים, וזה מה שהם עשו, כאילו, מציצניות מגעילות לכל מיני חדרים חשוכים ומטונפים. אפשר לצאת מפה, אני עייפה ורעבה, ומחכה לי, כאילו, הלוויתן שלי הכין ארוחת ערב, הולכת לאכול עם הלוויתן שלי משהו. זה השיפ ב-watching, like, you know, like in the watching, like in the watching shift right now. She's like, I mean, what the fuck is happening? What is this scary place and dark room? And like, I mean, what's going on? what is he doing? Is this like a witchcraft or can I get home? I mean, so it's like 8 hours now. 8 hours. I mean, so how much already passed? I mean, how 15 minutes. So it's like 7 hours, 45 minutes. I mean, I'll die. Don't leave me here in the dark. Set me free. No, you have to. I mean, somebody have to kind of like tell us when he opens the closet or pick something from the ground. Otherwise, how can we know to tell, the dog to honk his car? But why is that important? I mean, that's the way to turn him into homosexual. I mean, אפשר להתפטר כאילו מהשב"כ? את יודעת שלא. את יודעת, חמודה, את יודעת יפה מאוד שלא. מה עשיתי? היית זונה של איזה רוסים או לא יודע מה, צרפתים, תפסו אותך, הדבקנו אותך בבקטריה, ועכשיו את נשואה ללוויתן פדופיל, ו8 שעות עכשיו עושה משמרת ומסתכלת, מציצה לאיזה משוגע אחד בחדר החשוך שלו. לא! looks like a trained bacteria, in like בהתהוות, מה שנקרא. like materializing. ex nihilo. עוד לא, שוב ביאסמין, אבל אם זה כל מה שאתם רוצים, אז למה שלא תתקינו מצלמה בחדר שלו, ופשוט תראו מתי הוא פותח את הדלת, או לא, זה חייב להיות דרך ה-watch mechanism, בגלל שמצלמה אפשר לגלות. איך הוא יגלה? אין לו כלום, הוא לא מבין מהחיים שלו. לא, וחוץ מזה, מה יקרה שהוא יוצא מהחדר לשירותים? אז תתקינו מצלמה בשירותים. זה מאוד מסובך, פשוט עדיף לשלם בטכנולוגיה חייזרית, זה ככה מקובל אצלנו, מצלמה זה של פעם כזה, זה שנות ה-60, ה-50, אנחנו בטכנולוגיה חייזרית. אבל אני צריכה להיות פה 8 שעות בחדר החשוך, כן, זה מה שאת צריכה. לא. Okay, I mean, I don't really understand what's going on, and it's so dark, and I mean, let's maybe to another room. I mean, another slide. Okay, so I get it. I understand what's the problem. It's like, fumes from this, crucible. So let me change places with this guy. Just a second. Just a second. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry. So maybe now it will be like better focus. Let's take a look. Okay, it looks better. What we actually see is definitely trend bacteria. I don't know. I mean, this is like, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe from the container, but we didn't see trend bacteria in the container. So I mean, where? I mean, they did it. Where they created ex nihilo? Maybe because of course. Of course, because they were stored just here. I mean, in front of this, red painting, oil paint, with trend bacteria in various stages of development. You see from up to down, like from the fetus, to the, to the complete one. So maybe they just, watch the data. I mean, maybe symbolic language actually works, and it's like red, red, background both of the oil paint and the slides. So, I mean, what do you know? Maybe, it just, the system works, as they say. Because they were created on the slide, I'm pretty certain, and we've seen like some, in process of creation. These slides were prepared, this morning, so they had like all the day to work on this stuff. Like we do see them in non-trivial places, like in places where it means like they are doing something, like focusing on something, which is nice. Like it's always nice to actually watch it. תוציאו אותי מהחדר הזה, תוציאו אותי, מה הוא עושה משוגע? אני לא מבינה, למה צריך להסתכל על הדבר הזה? הכל נראה אדום, מה זה דם? אני לא מבינה, מה הוא עושה? מה זה טלוויזיה? מה זה המכשיר הזה? ומה זה כל העיגולים האלה? ואני לא יודע, הכל, אני לא מבינה מה הוא עושה, ואני לא מבינה מה זה בכלל, והכל חשוך ועשן, ומרעיש, ומשתעלים שם, למה כולם משתעלים? יש מלא שיעולים, כולם משתעלים שם, מה זה חולים שם כולם? מה זה בית חולים פסיכיאטרי או בית חולים בכלל? מה זה? והכל אדום, ועיגולים, הכל מלא עיגולים. מה זה האיש המוזר הזה? אחרי מי אני עוקבת בכלל? זה מה שסיוון עשתה, ועל זה הרצנו אותה, זה מה שהיא עשתה, היא ישבה בחדר המטונף הזה בחושך, ועקבה אחרי הפסיכופת הזה או אחרים. אלוהים, מה זה? מתי זה? כמה זמן עבר? מה 21 דקות? מה 7 שעות נשארו ב-40 דקות? תוציאו אותי מפה, הלוויתן מחכה לי בבית עם בן אנד ג'ריס. So we actually see big neros doing all sorts of interesting stuff. What we don't see is we don't see them moving, which is a little bit of a shame, but maybe they're just doing work stationary, and maybe they'll be more active, by the way, they're pretty big, even very big. And maybe we will actually see them more, they're very impressive, from size perspective. And they do, it seems that they are busy, building, life forms, like trend bacteria, which is great, because, of the bicycle effects. This is also done in the body of Homo sapienses that have eaten the tea, which is, the trend bacteria is a major ally of us, because it mitigates the power of the intelligence services of the world, so we like the trend bacteria. These are actually beautiful neros, and also with the target position, which is excellent, very nice, like there are portals, you see there are portals. It's so nice, actually. מה הכוונה מה הוא אומר? אני לא מבינה, נראה לכם שאני עוקבת אחריו בכלל, הוא ממלמל שם כל מיני דברים, ויש מלא רעש, ושיעולים, ויש איזה רעש כזה מחריד, מה זה המוזיקה, וכאילו, לא יודעת, מה זה המוזיקה? מה סבלימינלי? אני לא מבין, מה, סבלימינלי והצל כאילו? ראפ? זה לא ישן? לא, אני לא מבינה בזה, ולמה זה קרובי באוזן? אני לא מבינה מה הוא אומר, תשימו שם מיקרופון, זה טכנולוגיה של 1920, אתם רוצים לדעת מה הוא אומר? תשימו מיקרופון, למה אני צריכה להגיד לך מה הוא אומר? אני לא מבינה מה הוא אומר, אפשר לצאת מפה, מהחדר הזה? So, we do see, what they call the yellow bellies, but the golden bellies, they've eaten bacteria, which is nice. Maybe they've eaten the yeast. I actually don't know how yeast look like, I forgot to check, so, if you identify the yeast, leave comments. And maybe the yeast is not prepared correctly, I don't know, I prepared it the way that they prepare, halal Shabbat. Maybe it's not the biological way. it's extremely interesting slide, but I mean, I feel like I don't have like the knowledge, I mean, to understand what's going on, because I mean, it's like there are a ton of like stuff and like I mean, very large neurons that are working on things that I don't really understand what they are doing. But I mean, it seems like they're doing something interesting, but I'm not sure what. Certainly, part of the issue is like creating train bacteria, which is great news. But maybe other stuff as well. I'm really not certain. Like I really feel I miss like all sorts of like information like here. Like I mean, let's try to zoom in a little bit. It's really nice. You see like the fat ones. Like and they are not in random position. Like they're doing something, but I don't understand why. What I mean? Maybe these one are miners. Like they are mining stuff. Second, we need to use the clitoris here, so it will be we'll be able to focus with the higher magnification. This will be done gently, but firmly. Okay. Okay, better now. This is 600 or 700, something like that. The problem is that there is too much material on the slide, so like it's difficult to understand what's going on. We see neos, like very small ones, which is great. Nice. Nice. This is a neo that I mean, zoom like highly zoom. Okay, so again, I mean, I feel like I don't understand what's going on in the slide, but even though it's interesting, like I mean, something interesting takes place, but I'm not sure what.